Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. All right, so we're gonna do something a little bit different. I have been trying to incorporate things that are uplifting and positive. Some of the feedback I got from you was that you guys were looking for some like lighter, fluffier, happier content, and you were also looking for some things to make you feel positive. So many of us right now are feeling stressed out. We have many of us stuck at home for long periods of time, and it doesn't look like it's going to get better anytime soon. And so today I thought I would do something and share something I found on Instagram that might help some of you, especially moms who have either just had a child or heck are a few years out from having a child and haven't felt like they've bounced back. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you like this kind of content, make sure you just subscribe down here. And if you're interested, and if you want to know when I go live, when new premieres are coming or uploads, make sure you turn those notifications on. Okay, so one of the things that I always think about as a mom is that the first few years after you have a child, it feels something, I don't even know. One of the things that I learned when I first had my son was that there was this expectation within society that we as women should bounce back, and that suddenly the bodies that had carried life should suddenly look exactly as though we did before we had the child, because that's totally practical, right? And there's this heavy pressure on celebrities, especially, to lose their baby weight. And what I love is when I see women who are in a position where they have a following, whether it be a moderate, massive, or even minimum following, using their platforms in a way to help other mamas feel good about themselves. One of the toughest things a lot of moms go through after they have a baby is PPD, and it's not easy. We have hormones that go all over the place. Some of us get into a big funk, baby blues, postpartum depression. It's not easy. And when our bodies don't look the way that we want them to look, it's hard to feel good about ourselves. So when I saw this post by Otis from Married at First Sight, I was in love. Okay, I used to watch Married at First Sight. I haven't watched it in a couple seasons, I admit, but I'm thinking about bringing it back to the channel to add a little bit more spice. And with that, I was looking through some of the older cast members, and one in particular that I've always really loved, Otis. Now Hayner. She and Doug actually were scooped up or set up on the very first season. If you remember, she was crying at the wedding because she was not expecting Doug to look that way. She was so worried about whether or not she was attracted to him, and eventually the two of them fell in love. Now, it hasn't been without ups and downs, and she has been very candid about all the things that she has faced. But what I've always loved about Jamie is that she comes from a background that's really difficult and hard, and she has used her upbringing in order to do better for herself and do better for her family. She has also had 2 children. She has also struggled with infertility and loss, and she's bravely shared so much of this on her Instagram with her fans. And so Jamie is still very much sort of in the public eye. Her Instagram doesn't have a huge following, but I feel like she should have more, because I saw this photo where she shared of her and her daughter playing at the beach. Jamie has had 2 babies, one that's 5 months old, 6 months old, and then she has a daughter, and then she's also had, I think, a couple miscarriages. Her body's been through a lot over the last few years, and she is proclaiming that it's time for her to take back the power and share what she looks like, every flaws and all. And so on Instagram, she shared a picture, and it said, "Because I have to address these comments, I've been sharing my postpartum bod a lot. It's on purpose, and I'm going to continue to do so 100. I'm not sucking it in. I'm not trying to hide it like I did after my first baby. My body is a normal postpartum bod, and I want to share it more to normalize a postpartum bod that didn't bounce back." It's sad. Society makes moms feel fat if we don't lose the baby weight as quickly as others. There's absolutely nothing wrong with having extra baby weight 5 months postpartum, 5 years postpartum, or 50 years postpartum. Our bodies nurtured life. They deserve to be celebrated as much postpartum as they are when we are pregnant. If you didn't get a postpartum body positive message from this, then ignore and scroll on. Just a bad mom joke, I guess. My husband's always told me I have lackluster jokes. When I was pregnant, I kept telling myself to enjoy the bump because you're going to miss it when it's gone. 5 months postpartum, and it hasn't left me yet. So what I absolutely love about this message is I do think there's this obscene pressure on moms to bounce back. Like, we are supposed to have gone through 9 months, sometimes less if you have a preemie, of pregnancy, and you have put all of your energy, your time, your body's resources into nurturing this life. And then suddenly, after we have the baby, many women who continue on to nurse are suddenly supposed to lose the weight, like as if the only priority for that woman is weight loss. I know for me, I held on to at least 30 extra pounds until my son stopped nursing. So I felt so much like Jamie right after I had my baby. My body did not bounce back. I did not feel good about myself. And I would have loved to have read a message like this when I was feeling like that. I know I have a ton of moms that follow, and I was just thinking, you know what? Maybe someone needs to hear this. There is really no timeline for anyone at all to lose weight. No matter where you are in the process, whether you're 5 weeks postpartum or 15 years, like Jamie said, your body nurtured life and you deserve to be celebrated. And I love seeing a celebrity, instead of going on this sort of means of having to lose weight fast, because trust me, there are plenty of celebrities that get up right after they have the baby and they have to show everyone how flat their stomach, and that's great. If your body naturally bounces back super fast, there is no shame, but there also should be no pressure. I mean, come on, think about it. What are the first few months of having a baby like? You literally are on a sleep, eat, repeat pattern. You sleep when the baby sleeps, you eat when you can eat, you are feeding the baby, you are burping the baby, you are changing the baby. Your whole life is the baby. There shouldn't be this added pressure of suddenly having to live into society's ideal of what your body should look like. You should be able to enjoy that time without people questioning you or making you feel like, so when are you gonna get that body back? Like, who cares, right? Who cares? So I wanna do more of these types of videos. I wanna be able to find messages like this through celebs that I find on Instagram. And if there's a topic that you're interested in hearing about, something that you want to know about, let me know in the comments below. But tell me what your thoughts are here. When you were pregnant, or if you had a baby, and even if you haven't, if you are someone that's considering having a child, what do you think about this idea that society puts pressure on women to bounce back faster than humanly possible? And as if we don't bounce back, we are somehow failures. Are we putting too much pressure on women who've literally sacrificed so much to give birth to suddenly look like they once did? Shouldn't we be spending more of our time honoring what we look like after and embracing who we are after and having self-love? I love that idea. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comments below. Bye, guys.